He had the looks, the fame, and the devotion of millions. Yet, for all the adoration, Cliff Richard never married. Fans have long wondered why a man who sang so eloquently about love never shared his life with a partner. Behind the charm, the accolades, and the unwavering faith was a quiet struggle that began when he was barely out of school. The pressures of fame, the choices he made, and the life he embraced all shaped him in ways few could understand. His story is one of dedication, discipline, and deliberate sacrifice. From Harry Webb to Cliff Richard, born Harry Webb, he emerged in late 1950s Britain, a country eager for color and optimism after years of war. At 18, he became Cliff Richard, a teen idol overnight. The shy boy from Hertfordshire was thrust into a world that demanded charm, discipline, and perfection. Fans screamed, radio played his songs endlessly, and cameras followed him everywhere. Fame hit like a storm, transforming him from a regular teenager into the face of British pop. Yet behind the public image, he remained a boy navigating expectations far beyond his years, learning that survival meant control, restraint, and precision. The weight of sudden stardom fame did not arrive gently. Producers wanted a British answer to Elvis Presley, clean-cut yet daring, safe yet appealing. Cliff complied with few complaints, understanding that maintaining control was essential. He studied interviews, polished his speech, and avoided scandal. Every move became deliberate, every choice calculated. While others reveled in attention, he guarded privacy like armor. It wasn't shyness, it was preservation. Fame had come too soon, and he feared losing himself. Those who knew him then saw a young man who appeared older than his years, tirelessly working, rehearsing, touring, and smiling through exhaustion, discipline as a lifeline. Observing peers crumble under fame, Cliff vowed never to let emotion dictate his path. Discipline became both shield and anchor. Talent, he believed, was a gift that demanded stewardship rather than indulgence. While others found freedom and success, he found structure. Applause brought joy, but also reminded him of what was missing: stillness, intimacy, and a normal life. To preserve his sense of self, he built walls not from arrogance but necessity. The boy who once dreamed of love songs now sang them while keeping real love at a distance. His devotion to craft came at a personal cost: love from afar. His first serious relationship was with Delia Wicks, a dancer who adored him before fame consumed his life. They imagined a quiet life together, yet the relentless demands of career made it impossible. Delia later wrote to him, expressing enduring love, but acknowledging he prioritized work over personal connection. Cliff kept the letter, a reminder of the sacrifices required by discipline. Over the years, other opportunities for romance appeared but slipped away. He was attentive, kind, and charming, yet he maintained a cautious distance, unable to offer the full presence a relationship deserved. Work and faith shaped his heart, choosing faith and purpose. By his late 20s, Cliff's faith had become central to his life. Marriage was more than companionship. It was a sacred responsibility he could not undertake lightly. The constant touring, performances, and public commitments made him wary of offering a life to someone he could not fully share. It was not a lack of desire to love, but a refusal to divide himself. Romantic dreams gave way to realism, performance, and devotion to God. Music replaced intimacy, and love became a theme for his songs rather than a lived experience. His private world was deliberate, disciplined, and profoundly shaped by conscience. The intersection of love and loneliness. Even with success and friendship, Cliff was aware of what he missed: romantic companionship and domestic life. He observed peers marry, raise families, and grow old together, yet he recognized that pursuing conventional love would compromise his career and calling. Loneliness, while occasionally poignant, was a conscious trade-off for freedom and focus. His emotional life was neither empty nor regretful. It was structured, purposeful, and anchored by faith. The balance between public acclaim and private fulfillment shaped him. He learned to accept solitude as a part of his design rather than a punishment or failure. Perspective at 85. Now 85, Cliff Richard reflects on his life with clarity and peace. There is no bitterness, no longing for an alternate path. Every decision, every sacrifice, every missed romance contributed to his purpose. He recognizes the value in the life he led, the discipline it required, and the love he experienced differently. His legacy includes not only music, but acts of charity, enduring friendships, and a public example of integrity, success, faith, and personal choice intersected to create a life that, while unconventional, was complete in its own terms. Happiness, redefined. Cliff rejects conventional definitions of happiness. Marriage was never the sole path to fulfillment. Love existed in music, in faith, and in relationships that defied traditional boundaries. His joy comes from creative expression, service, and maintaining authenticity in a world often driven by image and scandal. He has learned that peace and purpose can outweigh romantic fulfillment. Moments of longing surface, yet they are tempered by gratitude. The life he built allowed him to give fully, freely, and without distraction. Happiness, in his case, is measured by faith, discipline, and contribution, not conventional milestones. Enduring legacy. Over 6 decades, Cliff has maintained relevance and respect while avoiding the pitfalls that claimed many of his peers. His story is not about what he missed, but what he achieved, a life lived with integrity, guided by faith and discipline. Each song, performance, and charitable act became a vessel for love and purpose. He embodies steadiness in an industry prone to excess. At 85, he is a symbol of resilience, clarity, and grace. He demonstrates that success need not erode character, and fame need not diminish humanity. His life stands as a testament to deliberate choice, the quiet strength of choice. Cliff Richard never married, yet he never lacked love. It surrounded him in fans, friends, and faith. He found fulfillment not in romance, but in devotion to craft, service, and personal conviction. The sacrifices that shaped his private life reinforced his public impact. Loneliness was a companion, not a curse. The discipline that preserved him from scandal also protected his heart from distractions. In embracing purpose over convention, he discovered a unique freedom. His story illustrates that love can take many forms, and that a life of principle can provide deeper satisfaction than fleeting indulgence or conformity. Living fully quietly, even in advanced age, he performs, records, and greets audiences with gratitude. The future holds calm certainty as he sees his story as complete. He thanks God for the path he took, recognizing both the cost and the blessing. Loneliness visits at times, yet it is now an accepted part of a balanced life. He has cultivated peace where others might have found emptiness. Every act of kindness, every song, and every friendship represents a form of love lived fully and intentionally. His life is a lesson in endurance, focus, and living authentically. A life defined by purpose. Cliff Richard's journey proves that fame and faith can coexist without compromise. He chose a path few could understand, but stayed true to it nonetheless. Romantic love was not absent. It simply took unconventional forms. Through music, charity, and friendships, he shared his heart widely. Discipline, devotion, and intentionality became his companions. By prioritizing purpose over conventional expectations, he cultivated a quiet strength that sustained him across decades. His life stands as an example of how clarity, faith, and commitment can lead to fulfillment beyond societal norms. Conclusion. Love in many forms. Cliff Richard never married, but he lived a life rich with meaning, connection, and impact. His story is not one of loneliness, but of deliberate choice, faith, and perseverance. Through decades of fame, he remained steadfast, giving himself to music, friendship, and service. Love existed in many forms, and happiness was defined on his own terms. At 85, he stands as a symbol of grace, resilience, and contentment. A man who sang about love has, in his own quiet way, lived it completely, through discipline, devotion, and unwavering authenticity.